You have got to be kidding. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, the news just came completely, like... I don't think anyone was expecting it.
No.
Like, there was obviously the leak thing, but, you know, it was still up in the air when that came out.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting it to happen eventually. They just shadow dropped it, basically.
I don't know. I really wasn't expecting it, because just the way Christopher's been and, like, how he's, like, spoken about the show. Like, he's obviously warmed up to, like, going to cons and stuff.
Yeah.
As of, like, recent years. But I never actually thought that he'd return to the role again. So, yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, it was apparently that the cons were the reason why he started doing it, because he was like, people were actually kind of caring about him, and he's really kind of starting to warm up to it, so he was just like, right, I'll just do it then. Yeah. Even though, like, in response, he did say, like, he doesn't want to do it because it's not particularly acting, but I suppose they must have started recording them in lockdown and that, so he has to do something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's signed on to, like, 2022, I'm sure. Like, 4 box sets have been confirmed.
He's signed on for 12 episodes that will be released between May 21 and February 22.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they're doing 12, just like, you know, same as Series 1 and that. It kind of matches the same in that. And, again, as people would say, like, I don't think you expect about a 4 on that, but he's doing 12, which is kind of, you know...
Yeah, I mean, it's just like another series of the Ninth Doctor, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not been confirmed if it's going to be, like, if we're going to get, like, pre-Rose stories, if... We can expect that Billy Piper's going to be involved, let's be honest. Like, yeah, we don't know about John Barrowman. It could happen later down the line, maybe. I mean, it just depends.
Unless he's probably in the last 2 box sets, and maybe the first 2 might be him and somebody else, and then it might be Jack in the last 2.
Yeah. It's like John's obviously... He'd definitely be up for doing them.
Yeah. Because he just loves doing Big Finish in general.
Yeah, we just love the character of Captain Jack. Just likes being involved.
Yeah.
I mean, we're Doctor Who fans. If we were involved with the show, if we were a character in the TV show, and then Big Finish asked us to reprise that character, we would do that. Let's face it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So it's no surprise that John does that.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want from the Ninth Doctor range? What's something that you would really want to see?
Christopher.
Oh, yeah.
And that
it's like the obvious one. And like, what sort of Cybermen would they be as well?
They'd have to be the 80s. They'd have to be the 80s Cybermen.
Yeah,
they would be nice. But I can't imagine, like...
I think it would probably be like the Cybermen we see, like, from... I want to say the Orion Wars, but like... necessarily the new series designs.
It couldn't be the new series design, because that was introduced as David and that, and they'd already had the reference in Dalek with the old design in that, so it's... I'd say probably the 80s design.
I kind of want to have the idea of it being the like the invasion design. That's probably what
I mean, that would be
I prefer 80s. Yeah. I would prefer 80s.
The Cyberman helmet in Dalek was Revenge of the Cybermen design, so they could have the invasion in the story.
The problem with that though is, like, if they're going to do a Cyberman story with Eccleston, it'd have to be before Rose, because they couldn't have Rose meeting the Cybermen there.
Oh, yeah, true.
Because of Rise of the Cybermen and that, because she goes, like, she remembers the Van Statten thing, but she couldn't remember anything else, and that unless mind wipe, unless like she's going to have the Doctor Amnesia.
The thing is, they can't do Daleks, and they can't really do Cybermen with Rose either.
I mean, they could, because
I don't want Big Finish to do this thing where like they just give Nine like a new companion beforehand.
I
could see them doing that,
like,
but I wouldn't want that.
They could do something where it's like in between Father's Day and Empty Child, and like have Rose get dropped off because she's had an emotional experience, and then Nine briefly chat with someone else.
Yeah, you could definitely write around it.
Yeah, and I think they should write around it because I want to.
Yeah.
I want to see how Nine acts for someone else. I think I
can see them writing a new companion or like a new character for Nine to travel with alongside Rose, or just like with them.
Yeah, I don't think I would like a pre-Rose companion, but I would accept it. But I wouldn't necessarily like.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I accept it because more Nine.
But like, I am very content with like so Doctor Travels pre-Rose because I don't like the idea that he had literally just regenerated like the adventure beforehand.
Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, pretty sure they like do that in the Rose novelization.
Yeah,
I think basically what they could do is like I think that at least the first box set, or at least part of the first box set should be that, between the part where he kind of leaves Rose and then kind of comes back, and he's sort of changed a little bit because he's kind of maybe I should go back for it. And that's what, again, as you said, the novelization kind of does that.
Yeah, and like the Cyberman story, like, in amongst, like, Aliens of London, when, like, he leaves and then he has, like, those other adventures.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that could work.
I would like to see the Slovene again, even though, like, that, because they're basically the Ninth Doctor is sort of villain. Like, if 10 has Weeping Angels, like, 9 has to have the Slovene in that. And they couldn't have Margaret back, though, because that would not make sense between Boomtown and that. No. So they couldn't bring back an Ed Badlands, but they'd have to at least put the Slovene in at some point, because it's very underrated in that, and it's sort of like it keeps the Doctor with the sort of monsters he's been with and that.
Yeah, definitely. It's weird. I'm trying to think of like who they would bring back for the Ninth Doctor range. Really, because I don't see it being like much of the new series ones, but I also can't like imagine like classic series like villains slotted in there either.
I think certain ones could work, but I don't think all of them could work.
Maybe the Zygons. I think the Zygons could work.
Yeah, the Zygons could work.
Yeah.
I have a feeling they'll probably use the new series design for the Zygons, and I'm just like, I don't know how comfortable I'd feel.
But it would make sense, because then that could be like the beginning of the new design, and that, because really we didn't get the beginning of the new design. We got like just like these are the Zygons again. So maybe they kind of changed the design in between this and that.
I do feel like with the 8th Doctor, like, and Lucy Miller, they did really need to have that old Zygon design, but like, I don't know, I feel like, I mean, 8 could meet the Zygons again and have the new series designs, but I feel like 9, it would make sense to have the new series designs.
But I would like to see the next two Sontarans, because I feel like that would be
Weeping Angels and Sontarans I would love to see go up against 9.
Oh, not the Weeping Angels, no.
No, I would like that. That would also make sense.
I don't want Rose to meet the Weeping Angels, though. I just don't think that's something that would work. I would accept it, and I'd listen to it, and because I'd be intrigued, but I don't know, I don't feel like Rose of the Weeping Angels, that doesn't gel with me quite well. But, like, you can have... I prefer a Ninth Doctor story with the Weeping Angels if it's just like solo 9 or 9 with a new companion.
Yeah.
I wonder how he'll play it, because Chris has often spoke about in interviews how he thought that he overdone the comedy with 9. So I wonder if he'll try and refine his Doctor and go for a much more serious approach.
Yeah, I think
because we've seen that something finished that
shined through anyway. Because it will show up in the writing. There will be some comedy moments, especially like like John Dorney is in there because he can do comic quite easily, and I feel like he would have that in his scripts. But I mean, let's face it, John Dorney's going to be writing a script.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, no, not even necessarily John Dorney. Matt Fitton is 100% writing one of these, at least. Like,
It's going to be the regular team.
Something for each and every single new series thing. So Matt Fitton's definitely doing something for 9.
We've never really seen post-regeneration of the Ninth Doctor, which I think they should do at least at some point, because I feel, we don't know how he went through it as much as the rest of them did.
Yeah.
Because Rose is definitely not a post-regeneration story, despite the fact that it tries to be. It's not. Like, it's just he could have had a really, really bad post-regeneration compared to everybody else. It could have been just the 7th Doctor or the 8th. That.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a solution for the Dalek problem.
I wouldn't want to see Daleks anyway.
Classic series Daleks.
Oh, okay.
Like that's a similar sort of solution to the Master problem, because you could just
they're
probably going to bring the Master in at one point.
Yeah, if they do, I think it should be Jeffrey Beavers or Eric Roberts or Michelle Gomez. She just doesn't say that she's. Well, they could do Jacoby, but I'm not sure if it would work.
I thought that would work better.
One?
Well, actually, I was thinking about it because 10, but they get 8 season.
Yeah, eight's meeting him a bunch of times. So I guess they're gonna do a similar thing. Like Eccleston and Jacoby would be great, but part of me just really wants it to be Eccleston and Roberts.
I mean, that would work. I think the best ones that would work would be Beavers, Roberts, or Gomez, and she just doesn't say that she's the Master.
I don't even know if they'll touch on the Master, to be honest, with 9. Like, it's an obvious thing to do, but I don't know. I feel like it's mostly going to be quite contained, original ideas, and then they'll just be the odd one. They'll be this one has a Cyberman in it. This box set has, I don't know.
Maybe, I think maybe the first one will be standalone. The first one might be standalone, maybe a post-time war story at the start. And then maybe the second one they'll bring in a classic monster or something.
Autons, then you get Autons back.
Yes. Get Autons back.
Titan Comics stories in there, because there's a couple in there which I've read in that. Like Doctor Mania is my favourite in that. And it was the first one in that. I think that could be a good one because it's sort of it's sort of the idea of the Doctor just sort of being sold as identity in that, and it kind of feels very much like a Zygon or at least a Slovene story. Oh, it was a Slovene story, but still.
Yeah.
That'd be good. No.
Oh my gosh, guys, what if Eccleston meets the Unit people from the Unit, original series from Big Finish?
Oh, them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be great.
I don't know the characters well enough because I've not listened to it yet.
You mean the countermeasures?
No, he means the 2004 to 5 audio series.
Oh, yeah, those ones, yeah.
Sherry O'Neill. I think he'll probably just meet her character, Chaudhry. Because
I feel like not enough people know about
one of the other two of the other main characters die in the third one.
Right.
And another main character, and some other main characters get in trouble in the fourth one. So it's really only Chaudhry and Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart at the end. And Nicholas Courtney's not around anymore. They could get John Coleshaw, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, John Coleshaw would definitely do something for it.
Unless they get John Coleshaw as the Brigadier, I think if they do the original Unit, it would just be Chaudhry.
Yeah.
And heck, if that step, and only if it's set before Aliens of London, she could have been a victim of Aliens of London, for all we know.
Yeah.
Hopefully not.
She could have been Slovene.
Series audios.
Yeah. One thing that I was, really weirded out by was the fact that each of these box sets will also come in vinyl.
Oh?
Yeah.
So,
I suppose it's how the 10th Doctor ones had there's special releases, but vinyl was taken off since.
Yeah.
They should do another Christmas show because they never got to do one with 9. I think that should be more.
True.
Oh yeah, they should do a
Yeah.
Christmas episode. Yeah. And it could be like Chimes of Midnight 2, Chime Harder. Get Rob Shearman to do it, even though he's like, oh no, I don't know how to write Doctor anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sure he would do it if he had the right idea. I've got two more things to say. One of them is just a comment, and another one is a question. First of all, I find it weird that the episodes aren't going to be released individually. They are box set exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's with Big Finish, like, stopping their monthly range type thing, though. I think with them moving to box sets exclusively anyway, it makes sense with the timing.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, but like 10th Doctor and River Song, that you get them you can get them individually.
It's coming out this year, though.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah. And my final question is, which writers would you want to write for this range? I mean, we already brought up Rob Shearman and how he probably won't. But is there any
Paul
writer
Cornell.
that's feasible? Ooh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For me, that is a dream pick. He could do it. Yeah. He's not done Big Finish in a while though.
All right then.
Done it in like
Mark
So-
Gatiss.
Oh,
also
yeah.
done Big Finish in a while. He hasn't done it since like 2002, I think.
Wait, I thought
2002.
he done this, like, I thought he wrote, like, his,
He
like,
did.
original, didn't he do, like, the Dracula stuff?
He plays Dracula, but he's not the writer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So he works in Big Finish consistently as an actor, but not necessarily employed as a writer
Fair.
that often. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can read the comments and we can see what people have picked.
Yeah.
And also, what sort of stories would you want to see from the Ninth Doctor range? Be interested to see what ideas you guys have.
I mean, we've already got the Daniels family story in the form of a short trip. So not that.
So his constant companions are being constantly constant.
Yeah. What about?
Dimensions in time, but with the Ninth Doctor. Just with the modern Doctors.
To be honest, I would see him do an EastEnders because that was back in the time when they did EastEnders crossover. So
Yeah.
I would see that. I would see that happening at least at
Yeah.
some point.
I want to see.
I mean, he's definitely more of a domestic Doctor as well. So yeah.
I want to see a JFK story.
Oh yeah, Jeff. Sorry, I want to see the Krakatoa story with the Sea Devils in it because it was originally going to have the Sea Devils picture, and then they got rid of them. So that's a story I'd like to see as well. I think they're going to be doing those ones.
Yeah. I just want to see like I don't know what sort of story ideas I want to see like necessarily. I just want to see more 9 in general. But like
I think we all do, yeah.
I mean I say
You
these
can't
writers-
see anything.
I mean I see James I say James Goss and Guy Adams all the time for like stuff.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I mean
I would
they'll
love
do
James
it.
Goss to write the Cyberman story.
Oh
for
yeah.
Nine.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say James Corden.
No.
Uh,
Oh yeah. We'll introduce Craig.
Let's bring back Craig.
Craig and 9.
Craig, neither of them know who each other were. Well, actually, maybe if it's Craig post the lodger. Actually.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
I don't want Craig. We could have Clive be in a story.
You could have like a sort of Linda story. It would have to be
I want him to meet the Queen.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think we should wrap this up.
only take the best. I've got roles.